seems extraordinary. How did it even get passed in the first place?
Well, since a while now, the Israeli government have been putting more pressure on the lawmakers, the Israeli lawmakers and the Israeli faction about passing this law. This law, according to the Palestinians, it means that this is a new apartheid system that is defining only the elites of the elites as the Jews who have the right to determine their future in the states of Israel, in the state of Israel, and also declaring Israel as a Jewish state. Now, this means also that in the next election, the Israeli might not allow the Palestinians or the Arab Israelis who living inside Israel to run for the election in the Knesset, considering the citizens of Israel, the Arabs, as a second-class citizen, whereas they will be facing more problems when it's become to house buildings, when it's become to job seeking, when it's become to lots of day-to-day issues that they are been facing. Alongside with this, they're treating them according to them in an issue of apartheid in Israel, where they already been considered by the Israeli communities as second-class citizens, but now it's in law and now it's happening for real.
So give us a bit more detail about how this will work in principle. You say, for example, they won't be able to stand potentially when it comes to running for positions in government. But when you say going for a job interview or so on, I mean, how is this tangibly going to affect Israeli Arabs?
Well, since Mr. Trump announced Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and also announced that Israel is a Jewish state, since then the Israelis have been trying hard to just legalize the issue within Israel. Now, dozens, hundreds of the Arab Israelis who have been trying to seek jobs inside Israel who have not been allowed to get these jobs because they are not Jewish by law or by religion. Now, the situation are really already tough before inside Israel when it's become to this discrimination, but now it's just legalized. Nobody can go to the court to say that I have been criticized or not allowed to apply for this job or build a house or buy a land or move freely within Israel because of this law. Now, this law just like put more pressure on these Israeli Arabs who living inside Israel with their citizen. They have been searched a lot inside the airport, having a hard time traveling because they are Arabs. But now it's just like by this law, Israel is trying to put more pressure on them just to free Israel from the Arab communities that living inside Israel and to have it exclusively as a Jewish state according to this law.
Now, we saw those pictures inside Parliament of the Arab-Israeli lawmakers tearing up ballot papers and so on, scenes of anger. What has the reaction been on the streets of Israel from the Arab Israelis?
A huge anger, big anger inside Israel and also inside the West Bank, because it's believed that this is something, it's not only touching the Israeli Arabs or the Arab Palestinians, which is called inside Israel, living inside Israel, but it's touching everything, even when it's become to the Palestinian Authority areas, where Israel is trying now to pass a new law about the Israelis to allow them to buy lands within the West Bank, officially in 1967, land where the Israeli Jews be allowed to buy lands inside settlements or around the settlements within the West Bank to expand the size of the settlements or the size of the state of Israel according to them. Now, it's not only touching the Israeli lawmakers or the Israeli Arab Israeli citizens within Israel, but it's also touching more likely the daily life of the Palestinians who are living inside Gaza and the West Bank and all over the historical Palestine. So it's escalating, and every time the Israeli government is proposing something just to push forward the issue of recognizing this Jewish state, Jewish national state as their homeland, and to try to get this minority, Arab minority outside of Israel, to force them to leave as much as they can.